So this is posted in your classroom. I hope you have seen this. Okay. Am I audible? Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this I have posted in the classroom. Have you seen this PDF?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me go through this PDF quickly because we have done this. Whatever was there to explain that I have done, and in addition to this, there was a topic left which was types of errors that we completed in our previous class. So these are few terms, or you can say this is programming methodology. You have to keep all these points in your mind when you are writing a program. What kind of skills you need to develop and what you have to keep in your mind, all those are given in, all those points are given here. First of all, you have to give meaningful names to the identifier. Suppose you are creating a variable to store sum, then name accordingly shall be given, either sum or addition. You cannot give division to division name to a variable where you are storing sum. Okay. Then ensure clarity of expression. Whatever expressions you are trying to evaluate using a computer. For example, suppose you are writing a complex expression where you are using multiplication, addition, plus, minus, parenthesis, where you are using all those symbols. You have to make your expression clear, right? That is called as ensure clarity of the expression. Then comments and indentation. I told you that you shall give appropriate comments here and there, because your comments make your program readable. Now when you are giving comments are given inside the code, right? When you create a code, there you write the comments. So comments are internal documentations of a program. When you write comments in your program, that is internal documentation of your program. When you execute that program, those comments are not executed and comments does not appear on the screen when you are running your program, right? So if you want external documentation to be done, that means when you are running a program, when you are executing a program, if you want certain comments or certain messages to be displayed on the screen, or you can say if you want to make your program more interactive, then you have to make use of cout statement in order to display messages on the screen. Because to display messages on the screen, we have only one command, and that is cout. So external documentation is done using cout command, whereas internal documentation of the program is done using comments. And how do we give comments? Using those two forward slashes. So your program shall be internally as well as externally well documented, right? Internal documentation helps you to read your program, or somebody who is looking into the code, or somebody who's trying to debug your program, or who's trying to modify your program. Internal documentation helps that person, right, who is working with your code. When somebody is executing the program, that time internal comments are not seen on the screen. So to make your program more interactive, you have to make use of external comments. Okay, external documentation is done using cout. Indentation is what? That means you have to shift something to the new line, or you want to keep some empty space in between. They are called as indents. Okay, indents. So we for those programs we were using /t/n or endl. No, all those you can say identifiers, or all those character sets are used to indent provide indents to your program. Okay, then insert blank lines and blank spaces wherever necessary, so that your output does not stick to one another. There shall be proper spacing in between the lines. And then comes statements, and statements, you know what are these. Fine. Then what are the characteristics of a good program? Good program has to be effective and efficient. Efficient means it shall run for all the cases. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि कुछ इनपुट्स के लिए इट इज रनिंग एंड फॉर सम इट इज नॉट रनिंग. It has to be efficient program. It should be user friendly. User friendly means it should be interactive. When you are executing a program, your program shall help you to run that program. It shall give you appropriate messages every now and then so that it becomes easy for a user to run that program. Then self-documenting code. Self-documentation is what program must have. Self-documenting code. This code will help the programmer to identify the part of the source code and clarify their meaning in the program, right? Then it should be reliable. It should be portable. I hope all these points are clear. Then these are the various stages of the program development process. How when we develop a program or when we write a program, all these stages we have to go through, right? First of all, whenever a program is given, to code that program or to create a program for that program problem, what you need to do, you need to analyze the problem, that what exactly is the problem given. That is called as analysis, right? You analyze your problem properly, that what has to be done and how it has to be done. So you decompose your problem basically in smaller steps. Now let me give you an example. Suppose you want to arrange a party at your place. You want to arrange a party. So here, what is the problem given, or you can say what is the task given to you? You have to organize a party. So you are the organizer of the party now. You have to organize a party. So problem is to organize a party. Problem is the task assigned to you. Okay, and the task assigned to you is to organize a party. Now to organize a party, you will have to think a little. You cannot say कि party organize करनी है और party organize हो गई, ऐसा तो नहीं होता. To organize a party, you need to think something, you need to plan something. Now to organize a party, first of all, what will you do? सबसे पहले पार्टी ऑर्गेनाइज करने के लिए आप एक लिस्ट तैयार करोगे कि उस पार्टी में who are the invitees, आप किसको इनवाइट करने वाले हो. ओके, आफ्टर making that list, second thing, you will convey that message to the people whom do you want to join, right? You will convey that message to the, you can say your relatives, your friends, whatever. That will be your second step. Once you receive the confirmation from all those, ठीक है, कि they will be joining you, you have an idea कि आपकी पार्टी में कितने लोग आने वाले हैं. ओके, नाउ वंस यू गेट एन आइडिया कि मेरी पार्टी में 10 लोग आने वाले हैं, 20 लोग आने वाले हैं, कि 30 लोग आने वाले हैं, आफ्टर दैट you make arrangements for further. Okay, what do you decide then? फिर आपको पता चलता है that 30 or 40 people are coming to my place. Then you have to see to the seating arrangements, right? Then you have to see to the eating arrangements. Then you have to see to the entertainment. You have to see how are you going to receive them. You have to see that they shall be in the comfort zone. So all those arrangements, उनको comfort zone में, they shall not be bored and all. उन सबके arrangements you have to make. Then only, if you arrange all these things properly, then only your party will be successful. Otherwise, people will say कि आप party organize नहीं कर पाए. So here there was a very small problem. Problem was to organize a party. उसके लिए भी आपको अपनी उस basic task को जो आपको दिया गया है, आप उसको decompose करोगे, आप उसके ऊपर कुछ thinking करोगे, you will plan something and then only that small task will be done. Same is the case here. कंप्यूटर को यूज करके जब भी आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करनी है, तो आप सबसे पहले उस प्रॉब्लम को एनालाइज करोगे. प्रॉब्लम एनालाइज करने के लिए आप ये देखोगे कि इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए मुझे क्या क्या चीजें अरेंज करनी पड़ेंगी, क्या क्या स्टेप्स मुझे लेने पड़ेंगे. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एनालिसिस पार्ट. ओके, वंस एनालिसिस ओवर, आपने एनालाइज कर ली प्रॉब्लम, देन सेकेंड इज यू डिजाइन इट. यू डिजाइन अ मॉडल कि अब मैं इस प्रॉब्लम को कैसे कैसे करने वाला हूँ. आप उसका एक रफ आइडिया, एक एल्गोरिदम टाइप कुछ डिजाइन करते हो. ठीक है, आफ्टर दैट यू प्रिपेयर कोड फॉर दैट, और कोडिंग करने के बाद आप प्रोग्राम को कंपाइल करते हो, और कंपाइल करने के बाद आप प्रोग्राम को एग्जीक्यूट करते हो. व्हाट इज कंपाइलेशन एंड व्हाट इज एग्जीक्यूशन? आई होप बाय द टाइम इट इज क्लियर टू यू. है ना, पता है ना व्हाट इज कंपाइलेशन? कंपाइलेशन इज सोर्स कोड जो आपने लिखा है, since it is written in English language, high level language, and high level language is not understandable to the computer, so you need to convert that code into machine understandable form. That is the job of your compiler. Compiler does compilation. What does it do? It does compilation. और compilation process में क्या होता है, जो भी आप statements लिखते हो, C in, C out, okay, hash include, all these words, they are translated into machine understandable form, because include, C in, C out, all these words are not known to the compiler. Compiler is not familiar with all these words. So to make your compiler understand all these words, what are these written, we translate, or you can say we interpret those words into machine understandable form. That is called as compilation. And then when we execute the program, execution क्या है, जब आपकी compilation होगी, सारे modules एक दूसरे के साथ link होंगे, because I told you this is a modular approach of programming. C++ is a modular approach of programming and object oriented approach. इनमें हम different modules तैयार करते हैं, okay, small codes हम लिखते हैं, and then we link all those codes to one another, then we get a complete program, right? उसके बाद कुछ terms हैं, जैसे एक term है आपकी robustness. Robustness is what? This is the ability of the program to bounce back an error and to continue operating within its environment. जब भी आपकी program में कुछ error आती है, उस program को bounce back करना is called as robustness. Documentation, you know what is documentation? It refers to written descriptions, specifications, design code and comments, internal and external, both. ठीक है, इसको बोलते हैं documentation. In this PDF there is nothing to explain. जितना explain करने की जरूरत थी, I think I have explained enough while writing those small programs. So problem solving methodology की techniques क्या रहेंगी? These are the techniques. First, you need to understand the problem well. Second, you need to analyze the program. Third one, you have to design the code. You have to code the program, and then you will test and debug your program. Test and debugging में you take out the errors. Testing में you test for different inputs. आपका प्रोग्राम डिबग हो गया, डिबगिंग में आपको पता चल गया दिस कोड इज रनिंग प्रॉपर्ली, देयर इज नो सिंटैक्स एरर, राइट? आफ्टर दैट you will have to test that program for different inputs. टेस्टिंग में आप अलग अलग इनपुट देके उसको देखोगे कि does it run or does it execute for all the inputs, और ऐसा है कि कुछ inputs के लिए काम करता है और कुछ के लिए नहीं करता. All right, so that is you called as testing and debugging. So that was all in this PDF. So now let me take this. This was your unit 3. This is your syllabus. I hope you have your syllabus with you, right? So this is your syllabus, which has been designed by your state board only. Unit 1, all the topics are done. We have completed all these. Unit 2 also, everything is completed. In Unit 3 also, we did everything. In fact, in addition to all these topics also, we have done things. So whatever is not mentioned here, I want you to go through all those topics, whatever has been taught to you, because here it is written only whole numbers, but we have done for the fractions also. So whatever has been taught to you, I want you to be thorough with that, right? Programming methodology, this was a theoretical chapter, and this everything is over. These topics are there in that PDF, and this topic I explained you in the previous class, types of errors and the syntax and all. This also shall be there in your book somewhere. इसको पढ़ लेना एक बार. Now we have to begin with this chapter, that is Unit 5, Introduction to C++. Now first topic is C++ character set. Okay. Now we will begin with this only. What is character set? Now character set is what? Character set is basically symbols, okay? All those symbols that are understandable to the C program, they are called as character set of C++. Now, for example, when we write a C program, you have been writing programs, no? You have written few programs, let it be 7 to 8 programs. Now, when you write a program, in all those programs, what do? You make use of certain instructions and you do not change the spellings, you do not change the cases, you do not add something, you do not delete something. So those instructions, they are predefined. Okay, syntax is given and you have to write that instruction accordingly. You cannot alter those instructions at your own wish. So because all the character sets are not known to the compiler. So C++ के कंपाइलर को जितने कीवर्ड समझ आते हैं, जो जो कैरेक्टर्स समझ आते हैं, they all are called as character sets of C++. For example, जब हम प्रोग्राम लिखते हैं, we make use of hash symbol, right? We make use of those greater than symbols, we make use of the smaller symbols, less than and greater than symbols. These symbols, we make use of these, no? We make use of semicolon, we make use of plus, asterisk, division. So all those are called as character sets of C++. Is that okay? Is that okay? That is called as character set. Now character sets जो हैं, they are formed into, they are grouped. कैरेक्टर सेट्स को ग्रुप करके ही आप कमांड्स बनाते हो, आप एक्सप्रेशंस बनाते हो एंड सो ऑन. तो बेसिक यूनिट, जो बेसिक इसका यू कैन से बेसिक यूनिट जो होता है लैंग्वेज का, दैट इज कैरेक्टर सेट ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर लैंग्वेज. एंड कैरेक्टर सेट्स आर द you can say symbols which are understandable or which are known or which are accepted by that particular compiler. Okay, now let me go here. Now today, in a previous class, we wrote a program to calculate simple interest. Okay, now today let us write a program to divide two numbers, right? So this is what, this is hash include. Now in this program, see, I have used this hash sign. Okay, hash is there, include is there, this bracket is there, IOStream is there, this is there. So all these sets, this hash separately, include, and all these are character sets of C++. These are character sets of C++. This is compiler directive. जिन भी statements के साथ आप ये hash sign लगाते हो, they are compiler directive statements, or we call them as processor directives. Then preprocessor directives or compiler directives. Now here in this case, I am simply including one file from the library of the compiler. Compiler के पास एक library होती है, and in that library it has many files. It has many files, many header files, many other functions, so many things. So in this program, we are simply including this one file, that is IOStream. और ये जो IOStream फाइल है, इसकी वजह से आपकी सी इन और सी आउट स्टेटमेंट्स रन करती हैं. अगर आप सी इन सी आउट लिखने वाले हो और अगर आप ये नहीं लिखते हो, तो योर प्रोग्राम विल नेवर रन. ओके, देन दिस इज यूजिंग नेम स्पेस स्टैंडर्ड. दिस ऑल्सो इज मस्ट. देन वी आर गोइंग टू बिगिन विद दिस मेन प्रोग्राम and we are going to write a program now. What are we going to write? We want to write a program to divide numbers. So to divide number, first of all, what has to be done? I told you that beginning में curly bracket के बाद शुरू होता है declaration, right? We declare our variables. So let me say I want to declare two variables. Divide करना है. Divide करने के लिए हमें दो नंबर चाहिए. एक को हम बोलते हैं dividend, right? So I'm writing full name for the variable. Later on you can. So this is one is dividend. एक और हमारे पास होगा, एक और नंबर होता है जिसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, we call it as divisor. Okay, जब हम डिवाइड करते हैं नंबर्स को, तो one is called as dividend, another one is called as divisor. Okay, and then we need to have another variable जो उनके डिवीजन को स्टोर करे. But for the time I'm not defining that, I'm not getting the variable, two variables. Okay, now after variable declaration, I need to read. To read the variable, so I will write read variables. Okay, this is internal documentation. This is internal documentation है जब मैं इस प्रोग्राम को एग्जीक्यूट करूंगी तो ये रीड वेरिएबल्स वहां पे नहीं आता है. ओके, सो दिस इज इंटरनल डॉक्यूमेंटेशन. रीड वेरिएबल्स कैसे करते हैं? सी इन से सी and first variable is dividend. Okay. Second is what? Divisor. Done this, and when I write this, all these variables will be taken from the keyboard से जो भी input आप दोगे, that will be accepted and it will be assigned to variables. Dividend तो होता है कि dividend होता है? What is it? Is it dividend or dividend?
Dividend.
D it is. Is it D?
Yes, ma'am.
What? Okay, fine. So let me make it a change. All right. So we have taken these two. Now after this, after taking those numbers, then next I have to divide. And when I divide these two numbers, I should have a variable जो दोनों के result को store करेगा. One variable can hold only one value. One variable can hold only one value. If you're trying to assign another value to that same variable, which is already holding something, that previous value will be overwritten by the new one. So we do not want that kind of confusion. So let me write quotient here. Quotient. Okay, let it be another variable quotient जिसमें क्या आएगा? Dividend, right? कैसे करते हैं डिवाइड? डिवाइड के नो, डिविडेंड अपॉन डिवाइजर. गॉट? इज इट ओके? डिवाइड ऐसे ही करते हैं ना. डिवाइड करने के लिए क्या करना है? डिवीजन का साइन ही तो लगाना है, नथिंग एल्स. सो वी आर डिवाइडिंग these two numbers and we are storing the quotient into another variable, और जिसका नाम मैंने easy करने के लिए, to make this program easy, I'm using same names जो हम अपनी normal terms में use करते हैं. When we work with maths, तो हम तब भी यही terms use करते हैं जो मैंने यहाँ variable के नाम देखे, right? ये लिखने के बाद quotient store हो जाएगा quotient में, and then you will have to display it. See out करके क्या करोगे? QUOTIENT. Done? Understood this much? Did you understand this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then return 0 and then we close this. Right? This much is done. Now let's see इसमें कोई error आता है. Let us run. आना चाहिए, आएगा. क्या error आएगा इसमें? What shall be the error? बताओ इसमें क्या error आएगा? See, what is it giving you? Int main.cpp error, quotient was not declared in this scope, right? So why did this error appear? Because we are using this variable quotient, but we have not declared this variable. So I have to declare this variable. Done? Quotient. Now let us run this. Now I got the cursor in the output window. That means my program is executing. Compilation has been done successfully. Compilation हो गई, इसका मतलब इसमें कोई syntax error नहीं है. जब आपका प्रोग्राम कंपाइल हो जाता है, that means there is no syntax error. बाकी और किसी तरह की एरर हो सकती है. ओके, इसमें लिंकर एरर भी हो सकता है, इसमें रन टाइम एरर भी हो सकता है, और इसमें सिमेंटिक एरर भी हो सकता है. कंपाइलेशन सक्सेसफुल होने का मतलब है दैट सिंटैक्स एरर इज नॉट देयर एट ऑल. ठीक है, ये हो गया. नाउ दिस ब्लैक विंडो इज नॉट डिस्प्लेइंग एनीथिंग. कोई कुछ नहीं आ रहा, मुझे कुछ नहीं पता कि इसमें मुझे क्या करना है. व्हाट शैल आई इनपुट? आई डोंट नो. नाउ लेट मी से हमको नहीं दिख रहा है. नाउ आई गेट, इफ आई गेट दिस काइंड ऑफ विंडो ऑन द स्क्रीन, इसको देख के मैं क्या करूंगी? what shall I do? I have no idea कि मुझे करना क्या है. I'm simply getting that cursor blinking there. I don't know. Something has to be कितनी मुझे करनी है या कुछ टेक्स्ट मैसेज लिखना है या कोई नंबर डालना है. I have no idea. तो इसके लिए टू मेक दिस प्रोग्राम लिटिल इंटरैक्टिव हमको क्या करना होता है? वी नीड टू use see out statements at appropriate places so that आपका प्रोग्राम इंटरैक्टिव हो. एक्सटर्नल डॉक्यूमेंटेशन करनी पड़ेगी आपको प्रोग्राम की, बिकॉज एक्सटर्नल डॉक्यूमेंटेशन जब आप करते हो तो जब आप प्रोग्राम को एग्जीक्यूट करते हो यू गेट अ मैसेज ऑन द स्क्रीन, जिसकी वजह से आपका प्रोग्राम जो है वो ज्यादा रीडेबल हो जाता है. नाउ दिस विंडो is not helping me at all कि मुझे क्या इनपुट करना है, and my program is not readable. तो ये अच्छा प्रोग्राम नहीं है. This is not a good program. All right. Now let me add something here. यहाँ क्या ऐड करना चाहिए था मुझे? ये मैंने इंटरनल डॉक्यूमेंट डाला था ना, यहाँ पे इंटरनल कमेंट वाज गिवन, बट इंटरनल कमेंट्स आर नॉट सीन व्हेन यू आर एग्जीक्यूटिंग अ प्रोग्राम. इंटरनल कमेंट्स आर सिंपली written inside the program so that जो भी आपके प्रोग्राम को डिबग कर रहा है या कंपाइल कर रहा है उसको आइडिया हो जाए कि यहाँ पे प्रोग्राम में क्या हो रहा है एग्जैक्टली, राइट. तो यहाँ पे कमेंट दे दिया. नाउ लेट मी यहाँ पे आई नो मुझे 2 नंबर देने हैं तो एंटर करना था. This is 6. Now let us change this. Now what do I need to do? I need to add one external comment here. External comment के लिए I'll be using cout. Then I will have to display a message and the dividend and divisor, right? And dividend and divisor, and then I'm simply putting this semicolon here. Okay. Now when I'll execute this program, I will get this message on the screen, enter dividend and divisor, and then my program will divide. It will ask me for the numbers, then it will divide that, and then it will store the result in quotients, और फिर सीधा quotient आ जाएगा. तो quotient display करने से पहले भी I shall be writing one more message जो मुझे बताएगा कि result is, okay. Result is के बाद भी मैंने semicolon लगाया. Now let's run this program. Okay, this is enter dividend and divisor. Now this black screen is displaying a message. Whoever is executing this program or whoever is going to use this module, your computer will display this message on the screen that enter dividend and divisor, and then user gets an dividend and divisor. Let me say मैंने यहाँ पे suppose I want to do 4, so I will write 2 that is not working properly, 24 and 2. It is taking too long to type. Suppose these are the numbers entered and then enter. So what did I get? This is the dividend 242. I entered this number as dividend and then 24 as divisor. Now when I will divide 242 by 24, what is it is giving me 10. Okay, but in this case you shall get in the remainder also. तो remainder तो यहाँ आया ही नहीं है because division का sign क्या है और division का sign है here in this case. Okay, this sign, तो आप ये sign लगा रहे हो division slash, this gives you only quotient. Okay, if you want to have the remainder, तो remainder के लिए आपको एक और sign use करना पड़ता है. Suppose you want to divide this same number and you want to have the quotient as well as the remainder, तो आपको remainder के लिए एक और variable लेना पड़ेगा. Let us say remainder is equal to same thing which is written here. Okay, remainder कैसे आता है? remainder में तो divide ही करोगे. Control C, and here replace this. But here instead of this sign, what I need to use, I need to use this sign. It gives you, okay, if I'm writing percent divisor, रिमाइंडर में दोनों नंबर्स को डिवाइड करके जो रिमाइंडर आएगा रिमाइंडर में जाएगा, और दोनों नंबर डिवाइड करके जो okay, now see how result is right. Question is right, and is remainder is where this remainder is in the remainder way. Okay, then we will execute this program. Let's see how many occur. What do you say? Error आनी चाहिए कि नहीं आनी चाहिए? आएगी या नहीं आएगी? What do you think? Did you write a proper problem? This thing here, what is errors are there? एक तो see out remainder, ठीक है, see out remainder, see out remainder. So everywhere it is giving you the error remainder. Remainder वाला error क्यों है? Because here we did not declare. तो कभी भी जब अपने प्रोग्राम को मॉडिफाई करते हो and you add certain other variables and if you get declare, तो आपको ऐसे ही errors आएंगे. You will be getting all these kind of errors because without declaring a variable, you cannot use a variable. Variable shall be declared, then only you can use that. Now in this, see here by mistake, I have written what? I have used this semicolon with here, with this cout statement, line number 22. What I have written? I have written cout and then these extractors and then this colon is there. Whereas this colon is not required here. This is not the syntax of cout statement. So it is giving a problem here. It is giving problem. So to debug this program, you need to remove this. All right. This has been removed now. Now let's run this program again. So this process of taking out errors is called as debugging. Again, you are getting a problem. You are getting some errors. What is it? Check. Cout remainder is here. There is some problem. What is it? Can you tell me what is it? Here, I forgot to put these columns. Not columns, inverted commas. So this was another syntax error. So all these errors which were occurring now, all the errors were syntax errors because syntax was not correct. So that's why our program was not compiled successfully. Now I remove all the syntax errors. Now my compiler has given me the object code, and because of the object code, I'm getting this message on the screen, and my program is telling to add dividend and divisor. Now you give me a number जिसमें divisor भी आए और quotient भी आए. Any number. Let us say 55, right? And 55 is dividend, and let us say 6 is the divisor. Now when I enter 55 and 6, I must get what shall output? 5 divided by 6. क्या आना चाहिए? 9 quotient आना चाहिए, 1 remainder आना चाहिए. Okay. So quotient is 9, remainder is 1. But see what kind of output I am getting. Is it a formatted output? This is formatted output. Are you liking this? No, आ रही है स्क्रीन पे. Are you liking this? कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा. एंटर डिविडेंड डिवाइजर, उनके बाद दो नंबर उसके साथ चिपक के आ रहे हैं. उसके क्वेश्चन 9, okay, remainder is 1. So this is not proper documentation. You need to shift certain characters to the new line. You need to add appropriate tabs and all. So for that reason, what you need to, you will have certain characters which can format your program further, and they are /t and /n characters. Okay, तो यहाँ पे enter dividend and divisor के आगे मुझे एक, if suppose मुझे नेक्स्ट लाइन पे चाहिए, आई वॉन्ट कि मेरा जो नंबर है कर्सर नेक्स्ट लाइन पे आना चाहिए, तो आई कैन ऐड दिस /n हियर. ओके, देन यहाँ पे जब ये करने के बाद, if quotient is, if you want on the next line you can add /n, and if you want to have some space you can add /t. so I'm adding /t, right? /t करोगे तो quotient is message के बाद you will be getting tab. ओके, स्पेस मिलेगा आपको, देन ये क्वेश्चन डिस्प्ले करेगा. क्वेश्चन डिस्प्ले करने के बाद अगर आप यहाँ पे एक और इसको ब्रेक देना चाहते हो, इफ यू वांट टू शिफ्ट दिस टू द न्यू लाइन, तो आप यहाँ पे यूज कर सकते हो एंड एल ऑल्सो. एंड एल से भी न्यू लाइन पे जाता है, सो यू कैन यूज एंड एल, राइट? एंड देन रिमाइंडर इज मैसेज बाद अगेन यू कैन ऐड अ टैब हियर, and then you can run your program. Okay, now this is your program. You are getting a message, enter dividend and divisor, and cursor is down. Now any number, let me say 43, and I'm going to divide it by 7. तो क्या आएगा? 43 को 7 से डिवाइड करोगे तो what shall be the quotient? 6 and remainder 1. So is it formatted now? Is it properly formatted or not?
Yes.
Yes.
So did you understand why do we need to format our program? Why do we need to document our program? Why we need to do internal documentation as well as external documentation? ये जो /tabs /n या ये जो comments आप देते हो, all this is internal documentation. ये प्रोग्राम के अंदर जाके आपको नजर आती है. वेरस जब आप प्रोग्राम को रन करते हो तो आप सी आउट को यूज करके जो भी मैसेज डिस्प्ले कर रहे हो सिर्फ वो स्क्रीन पे आते हैं. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एक्सटर्नल डॉक्यूमेंटेशन. इज दैट क्लियर? सो टुडे वी लर्नड, व्हाट डिड वी लर्न? वी लर्नड this symbol, that is division. okay, division कैसे करते हैं? by putting this division sign. okay, और अगर आपको रिमाइंडर चाहिए तो आपको कौन सा साइन यूज करना पड़ेगा? परसेंट का साइन. okay, this is called as mod operator. This percent sign is called as modulus operator, and it gives us the remainder. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that clear? So now you know how do we add numbers, right? You know how do we subtract, you know how do we multiply, and you know how do we divide. okay, और पिछली बार जब हमने सिंपल इंटरेस्ट का प्रोग्राम किया, there we made use of asterisk symbol to multiply, and we used division also there, but it was a simple division and we used this slash sign there. उसमें रिमाइंडर का कोई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं था, तो हमने रिमाइंडर नहीं किया था. सो यू शुड बी नोइंग कि अगर रिमाइंडर चाहिए आपको, बिकॉज देर आर टाइम्स व्हेन यू नीड टू हैव द रिमाइंडर. नाउ सपोज आई आस्क यू कि मैं एक आपको नंबर दूंगी एंड यू हैव टू चेक कि वो जो नंबर है इज दैट नंबर इवन और ऑड. तो अगर आपको चेक करना है कि नंबर इज इवन और ऑड, तो हाउ डू यू चेक? How do you analyze this problem? Suppose you are given a number. Suppose I gave you 10. okay, and I'm asking you कि ये जो 10 है, is it even number or odd number? तो आप मुझे क्या बोलोगे? What will you tell me? Is it even or odd?
Even.
Even. Why will you tell that this is even? Why did you declare this number as even?
Ma'am, because
Did you
it is divisible
Yes.
by 2.
Because it is divisible by 2, you analyze the number and you know that how do we check? You analyze the number and you know how do we check for the you can say whether number is even or odd. बिकॉज यू आर लर्निंग दिस सिंस योर चाइल्डहुड कि अगर 2 से डिवाइड हो जाते हैं तो इवन, और नहीं होता है तो ऑड. ओके, तो अगर आपको किसी नंबर को चेक करना है कि वो इवन है कि ऑड है, तो आप कैसे चेक करोगे? आप डिवाइड करोगे. आप डिवाइड करके कैसे चेक करोगे? डिवाइड में ये बोलोगे कंप्यूटर को कि अगर उसका क्वेश्चन 5 आता है तो, या क्वेश्चन 6 आता है तो, नहीं ना. उसमें हम क्या चेक करते हैं? 2 से डिवाइड करने के बाद अगर रिमाइंडर 0 आता है then number is even, and if remainder is 1 then number is odd. That means that time we are neglecting the quotient and we are focusing on the remainder. If we are getting 0 remainder, that means number is even, and if you are getting 1, that means number is odd. 0 और 1 के सिवाय और कुछ तो आता नहीं है जब भी आप डिवाइड करोगे 2 के साथ किसी भी नंबर को, because to check whether number is even or odd there is only one funda. That simple funda is that you divide the number by 2. If you get 0 as remainder, number is even, and if you get 1 as remainder, number is odd. Okay, there you have to check this number and you have to make use of this percent sign. तब वहां पे ये लगाने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. I'll tell you how do we do it. Okay, so suppose I want to check whether the number is even or odd. तो सबसे पहला काम मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? I shall have a number, right? तो मैं एक नंबर डिक्लेयर करूंगी. I declared a number. Okay, this is number. I declared a variable num which is going to hold the number, right? Now, after declaring this number, what do I need to do? I need to read the number. So I will have to write cout, enter the value, right? This is slash n also I'm using, and I'm terminating this line. So I will get a message on the screen, enter the value. Then I have to enter this value using cin. So variable used is what? Num. So I will be writing cin num. Okay? Is that okay? After reading this, now number will be entered through the keyboard. आप कोई भी नंबर दे सकते हो, 5, 7, 8, 9, 1000, जो भी देना है दैट इज अप टू यू. ये करने के बाद नाउ यू हैव टू टेक आउट इट्स रिमाइंडर. ठीक है, तो आप इसका रिमाइंडर कैसे लोगे? एक वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर करोगे. ठीक है, वेरिएबल में आप सपोज लिखते हो आर लिया मैंने और मैंने नंबर को डिवाइड करा 2 के साथ. When I write num %2, what will it do? It will divide the number by 2, but it will return me the remainder. It will not return me the quotient. This percent sign will return me the remainder. तो मेरे पास जो भी आएगा वो इसका remainder होगा. All right. Now I will have to check if, okay, if remainder is equal to इक्वालिटी चेक करने के लिए हम डबल इक्वल टू का साइन लगाते हैं. ठीक है, इफ r is equal to 0, right, then cout number is even. Okay, and slash n. और अगर r आपका 0 नहीं आके 1 आता है, इफ r इज इक्वल टू 1, तो क्या हो जाएगा? आपका नंबर कैसा होगा? देन नंबर इज आउट, ऑड. सी आउट, देन नंबर इज odd, right? Here again I'll be using this. So this is going to be the logic कि आप एक नंबर लोगे. ठीक है, उसके बाद आप उस नंबर का को 2 से डिवाइड करके उसका रिमाइंडर चेक करोगे. अगर रिमाइंडर 0 आएगा तो मतलब नंबर इवन है, और अगर रिमाइंडर 0 नहीं आता है, 1 आता है, तो मतलब नंबर आपका ऑड है. अब यहाँ पे क्या एरर आने वाला है? आई एम यूजिंग दिस आर वेरिएबल हियर, बट आर इज नॉट डिक्लेयर्ड, so I will be declaring this r variable here. Okay, done. Now here in this program we are using 2 variables only. One is num, another one is r. Both the variables are declared. ठीक है, and then we are using this if statement, and let's run this program. देखते हैं क्या होता है. Okay, so I did not get any error. That means there is no syntax error. My program is compiled. Okay, I did not get anything here in the black portion. So this program is compiled successfully. Now enter the value. जो message हमने यहाँ लिखा था वो तो आया ही नहीं है. I'm not getting that message yet. Why? What happened? God only knows. But I'm getting this cursor. So let me enter the number. Suppose I'm writing 9 here. And enter. I wrote 9. Actually net is very slow, so whatever I'm writing, it is giving me number is odd. Okay, 9, I entered 9 and all these checks were performed. Okay, 9 was divided by 2 and then it checked for the remainder was 1, and I got a message that number is odd. Right, now if I run this program again, and now suppose I want to give another number. Suppose I type something like this. This is a number given. This is very big number. Let it be. If this is the number given, okay, this is what I wrote 786, and then I'll press enter key. This number is even. So this program will check for whether this number is even or odd. So this is going to be the code for this. इसमें आपने क्या किया? With the help of this modulus operator or with the help of this percent sign, you divided the number by 2 and you took the remainder and then you checked for the remainder. तो if condition जो है, this is your if condition. ठीक है, you have to check whether this number is equal. ये जो आपके double equal to के sign है, ये condition check करने के लिए है. Here you are checking whether जो भी R में जो भी calculation होके आई है, whether that is equal to this 0 or not. It checks for the equality. जब आप single equal to का sign लगाते हो, जैसे यहाँ पे लगाया है single equal to का sign, I hope you can see my screen, no? Is it visible? अगर यहाँ पे हम लिखते हैं here also we are using equal to sign, but this equal to sign assigns this calculation to R variable. This is called as assignment operator. Okay, single equal is called as assignment operator. ये single equal जो है, it assigns value of the expression. जो भी आपने right side पे expression लिखा होता है, it assigns that expression's value. After calculating that expression, it assigns that value to the variable which is written to the left of the equal to sign. Whereas ये जो double equal है, it checks for the equality. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you will take 2 numbers. Fine. Assignment for you. You will take 2 numbers. You'll read 2 numbers. Easy one I'm giving you. You will use 2 numbers. You'll read 2 numbers and then you will check कि जो number 1 है वो number 2 से बड़ा है कि नहीं है. उसके लिए भी आपको if condition लगानी पड़ेगी. ठीक है, और यहाँ पे एक तरफ a वेरिएबल लिखना पड़ेगा, दूसरी तरफ b वेरिएबल लिखना पड़ेगा और बीच में आपको ग्रेटर देन का साइन डालना है. ओके, यू विल चेक इफ a इज ग्रेटर देन b एंड अकॉर्डिंगली अगर a ग्रेटर देन b है तो आप यहाँ पे मैसेज दोगे a इज ग्रेटर, और अगर b बड़ा है तो मैसेज दोगे b इज ग्रेटर. Did you get what has to be done? You have to read 2 numbers through the keyboard and you have to check whether which number is larger. Actually, you have to check out of those 2 numbers which one is greater. Can you do this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you want to, I'm stopping the share, and if you want to ask something, you can ask.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you please send the video of today's class?
I will try. I will try because today, since I'm taking it through Google Meet, no. So let me see where are the recordings saved. I'm just recording. I'll check where are the recordings available. Uh, if not today, by tomorrow I'll be sending you. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay then. If you want to ask something else, you can. Whatever is taught today, is that understood? Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I want you to prepare well for the term exam now, right? I may send Google form. I'll see by tomorrow. You may receive. जब भी आएगा रिसीव करोगे तो रिस्पॉन्ड कर देना उसको, ठीक है? It will help me to assess you people कि तुमको कितना समझ आ रहा है और कितना नहीं आ रहा है. All right? So
Okay, ma'am.
if you have nothing to ask, then I'll wind up then. Shall I?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then. All right. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Most welcome.